Well, I was living in England that time, and I was working for a television company. But hard work, as you know. Then I got ulcerative colitis. Ulcerative colitis is a very hard disease to, overcome anyway. And I suffered nearly 2 years. I lost a lot of blood from the intestine, colon. Then I went to conventional, medicine as a usual steroid. But the 2 years I suffered, nothing helped at all. I went to Chinese herbal medicine, but still didn't work at all. Then one day I had dreams about the homeopathy. Similar cure similar. That's word come to my dream. And then this treatment is help you. That's in the dream, touch me like this. Then I asked to an English colleague. She said, this is a homeopathy. Then I went to homeopath, much mild, who died 5 years ago, I guess. He is a really wonderful homeopath. But at that time, I didn't believe he's a wonderful homeopath because, sugar ball, one is for cancer, carcinogen, one is for arsenic amalgam, which is the arsenic. So then diluted, highly diluted, so also succussion. Therefore, no need to worry about the side effect. He told me, but you see, the substance of the arsenic and the substance of somebody's, cancer, carcinoma, I didn't like to take this, tablet. But I paid £50 at that time. So I don't like to spend money, you see, to not taking remedy. So I took remedy. Then 1 week later, I got kind of the hearing crisis, which is a high fever, 40.5. 40.5 for 10 days continuous. And I was so exhausted that I calling down to the Martin. Martin, I got, that time it's already 1 week, I got high fever. I got a high fever, so what shall I do? He said, well done, you will be cured, he said. And they hung down the telephone. Then I have to wait, you see. Then, so 10 days later, well, something in my body changed. Sort of, I have to go to in the night, 15 times go to toilet, you see, breathing a lot of blood. But gradually, decline of the go to the toilet. No, sort of feeling of very calm, as well as body is sort of, healing myself, I can feel it. And then that 10 days high fever finished. After that, I really wanted to go to my garden. Garden is, I got a big garden, but gardener always helping me to do, helping look after my garden. So I never look after a garden at all before. But I really want into my garden. I walk in and sit down in my garden, Victoria plum, blossom, crocus sativa, blossom. And I thought, tear is my eye from tear burst. Because nature loving me, whole myself, whatever. I could not work for 2 years of this disease, you see. Then I thought guilty about, myself not working properly. But nature doesn't count as you totally okay, except from nature. That's why I had tear in burst. Then I see a big light, whole surrounded me. So this happened. I want to study homeopathy. So then I went to study homeopathy for 4 years, and after that postgraduate course, I went 2 years. That's it. Then I become homeopath. But still, many Japanese people come to see me from Japan, so it costs fortune. You see, they have to fly over. There's so many people demanding me to come back to Japan, because that time I got a lot of patients in Japan. And then in order to them to come to see me, I shall back to Japan to see my patient. I decide back to Japan. Then I realized that so many patients increased. I have to work 8 in the morning until 9 in the night, so 13 hours per day. So many people I have to see the patient. Then gradually I was exhausted, you see. Then, I decided to opening up college of homeopathy. Otherwise, in Japan, only one person of homeopath. I have to see a lot of patients. So that's why I got to make homeopath in Japan. Then I make Royal Academy of Homeopathy. It's called Royal Academy of Homeopathy. RA, which homeopathy school in Japan, 1997. I opening up. After that, graduate. Come until now, the 20 years I work for Japanese people. Then now at 600 homeopaths are working everywhere to Japan, or sometimes another people working for overseas anyway. But 600 people, it takes 20 years to make 600 people homeopaths, but it was very good. They work very hard, very nice people, and the sympathy they have, and very empathy people. I make them to be homeopaths. Obviously, Japan have a lot of pharmaceutical company, and then government until 2010, which the Japanese FDA, Health Ministry, they call me to explain about homeopathy. Then I went there. It took 2 hours, 30 minutes to talk with them. And then they say, show me evidence. I showed the 22 cases of the somewhat difficult case. Some are atopic dermatitis, some are allergies, some are erythematosis. The difficult case anyway. Cancer, yes. I show them to buy DVD. Then they say, homeopathy, like this, I see your patient become better. Then after 2 months later, they decided to the alternative medicine of homeopathy. There are 19 alternative treatment, including of the acupuncture, including of the massage. Homeopathy were in there. So that's 2010. Until then, I have to work hard, but still, opponent of the homeopathy. First of all, the pharmaceutical people, they are not directly against me. They used somebody to do, against like a media. They used the television. They used the nasty letter to send it to us. Japanese Homeopathic Medical Association, we are, accept claim, also accept, against us. Then we nicely wrote a letter to them to explain, not fighting, but what we do, what we done, what kind of thing we can treat. we explain nicely. Therefore, 2010 Health Ministry accept alternative medicine. One of alternative medicine is homeopathy. So now like this, but still government didn't decide. Don't decide yet. So level of school level. They have to have the certain level to overcome students. Then they become homeopaths, which I need in the future. I want to have educational sort of rule of homeopathy school. That's my target.